Hi everyone, my name is Peyton, and this is episode 3 of a series where I create a haunted house inside of Unreal Engine 5. If you have not already watched episode 1 and 2, feel free to check them out below in the description, where I basically set up my block out for this and then start my mod kit as well. Now, as you see here, but basically what we are doing is going over our mod kit and just furthering some of the pieces. I had just the initial block out of the building shapes and started to break it down to the walls and windows, and even doorways and all. But I want to start refining some of that a little bit more, mainly because I want to be able to get in some of those details that make the building a bit more iconic. So what we see here is this is the kind of upper trim that's going to allow the actual the roof of the building to be a bit more like sticking out and outcropped from the rest of it. And basically just like, you know, a lot of the other stuff that we were already kind of building with the mod kit, I still keep things very simple and low poly at this moment, just for iteration purposes, and really make sure that my pivot points and everything are set up properly for this kind of planning out. So when I get into it later on and kind of refine some of these as well and get the materials on them, it's quite easy to just update everything. So now that I have those assets, I'm jumping into Unreal, and I'm going to be bringing in my quick pieces basically to get them thrown up on the top of the building here. And since it has the same pivot points and all, I can easily just, you know, snap them together and build it out just like I was building out the rest of my actual house structure. So as you see here, I just really easily you know, pull up my wall, and then I replace it over in the side area with the static mesh to get my actual trim on there. And now what I'm doing is actually replacing those kind of empty gaps on the corner with an actual corner piece for the trim as well. And I'll also do this for the roof, for the actual walls. That way, you know, I have the modularity and everything still intact with that. And of course, now that we actually have that outcropping with our trim that we have running around the outside, I want to actually adjust my roof. So I'm taking my roof pieces and pretty much just assigning them and placing them in a way where they will actually work with the rest of the trim that I have. And so that way I'm getting a lot more depth out of it. You know, it's not going to a kind of a flat facade all the way going up, and I think this helps a ton, especially with buildings and everything. I think really with a mod kit is making sure that you do have a lot of that kind of depth in there between your windows, your doorways, and everything else. It helps a ton with making things not feel too flat. And especially when you're looking at your reference, you'll find that a lot of buildings have stuff like this. So one thing that I want to do now is actually do that second layer of basically our roof. And so now that it's a bit more defined, I do want a much taller roof. And again, just using that same mod kit, and since it's all set up properly, then it's pretty easy to kind of snap things around and get pretty solid look with this relatively quickly. And I'll be able to come in and actually texture that out, and it'll just takes 2 pieces or so. So now I'm actually jumping back over to Maya, and I want to adjust a couple of my pieces just a tad. Just so we actually get kind of that same look for the rest of the roof. And so I just used my front window piece here, and what I'm doing with it is I kind of use it as a starting point or a block out piece for my top kind of outcropping that goes into my roof, just because right now the roof has this very slight it's a large, I would say, face up there, and getting that break up and also having the attic space where you have the attic window that's kind of iconic with these houses, I think is pretty nice. So As you see, again, just making a really quick and dirty like kind of mock-up for that as a mod kit piece, and it might be a little bit more unique, but it'll be really nice to just have that in there and actually just throw it into our actual scene. So I'm cleaning up a little bit of the geo as well, and then I'll probably actually throw in our window now too. And this is one thing where, of course, like I'm gonna quickly try out one method of window, so like our 2 windows here, but it might be a case where it feels a little bit off in engine, and so don't like be too attached to whatever you're initially placing. And this is why I generally block out a lot of my mod kit pieces too, because it's really more so about getting the shapes and the big read correct the first time around, and then we can go back in later on and really worry about the rest of those details and stuff. So I think the quicker you're able to get like a mod kit that's just very simple and all into engine, and seeing how it's kind of working together and making sure that it's actually snapping together properly, I think the better, because you don't want to waste too much time with a lot of this, and it might not even work in the end. So really just having an emphasis on quick iteration and all, and getting like your first passes in, I think is definitely huge with this. So as I was kind of mentioning, like this feels a little bit large, so I think the main look is like, okay, this is our placement. Let's go back and pretty much just shrink it down a bit and work with that. Of course, like since it's going up top, it's not in the player space or anything, so we can kind of play with the size and scale pretty easily without it being too big of a problem, because you're not going to have a character near it. So really I'm just trying to get the read and the look right for that top space. So just adjusting it again, and just might bring up the roof slightly one more time, and now it's looking pretty decent for up there. Might play around with the windows and the actual window size, but I think it's at a decent point. And now again, taking those same railings that I have in the bottom portion for my porch and actually throwing them in there too, to get just an idea of kind of having that top fake balcony that you might imagine. So now what I want to do is get a second one of my trims, and so this is going to be one that has a little bit more detail, and again, you don't have to do anything crazy with this. It's still trying to get that main shape in there, and get pretty much the idea across. So I'm getting a little bit of these nice curved details in there, and then I'm going to pretty quickly duplicate that over and over. And since my basis for my model is actually already set up on the grid, then all I have to do is just add these details to it, and it should be pretty easy to actually keep things consistent in here. So I'm gonna do it with the 4x or the 4 meter one, and then the 2 meter one, just like my other mod kit setup that I have so far. And like I said, you can come back in here, just things like I just deleted a couple of them, just because I felt like it was getting a little bit too noisy with how many there were, and now I can just come in here and re-import them. And so now I already had that trim in place, and it's now just automatically updating with those details. So that's what I really love about working with instances and everything inside of Unreal. Now what I'm jumping over to is the actual just like window shutters. So I want to get a quick read for a window shutter in there, because I think it's going to help again with the depth of the windows, really help break up a lot of the flatness that we're getting on those walls, and a combination to the paneling that I'm going to do with the textures as well as the window shutter models. We're really going to get a lot of variation and depth really quickly with that. So and it should be pretty easy to texture as well with like a tiling texture. So we'll be able to throw on like a wood to this, and I think it'll work pretty nicely for what we're trying to go for. So I'll probably just right now make a single asset, like a kit like this, and that way if I want to actually rotate them and have a lot of freedom in engine, it's going to be something that I can just do in here. I can open them, close them, really control where they're placed and all. So this is more so just going to be me actually placing them around and actually getting them on most of our scenes. So again, I could attach them to the windows if I was like guaranteed to keep like them all to look the exact same, and that way I wouldn't have to worry about that. But what is nice is I do have that freedom, especially since it's a haunted house. Maybe it's abandoned. We don't know like the state some of these, so I'll be able to really control the openness of some of them and all of that as well. So as you see here, we're getting a pretty solid look. Got some nice depth in there, and it's really starting to come together with our mod kit and those models without having to do a ton of heavy detail modeling. So that's about it for this one, and I will see you in the next episode where we will cover a bit more modeling and also potentially get into some texturing of our building. So yeah, I will see you then.